This is a nice little chart that I put together. Stages of spinal degeneration. And then what I did is I connected pain. Like if you look at the top from left to right, I connected pain, restrictions, abnormal, static, or dynamic spinal lines of mensuration, bony changes, disc changes. So this is a very good simplistic chart I created. And again, it's based on the different stages of spinal degeneration and what we would typically see with pain, restrictions, static dynamic motion, bony changes, or disc changes. It's a very good generalization. So you can see here, stage 0, none, no pain, no restrictions, abnormal, static, no, normal, bony changes, normal, disc changes, none. And then let me just move forward into stage 2. So you can see here, I put stage 2 spinal degeneration pain, typically intermittent pain when stationary. Mild pain with active range of motion, moderate to severe pain with passive range of motion and joint motion. So I not only took pain, the category of pain, I connected it to all 3 ranges of motion, active, passive, and joint motion, and gave a scenario. Okay. So then with restrictions, stage 2, typically mild restrictions in active range of motion, moderate to severe restrictions in overpressure and joint motion. Abnormal static or dynamic spinal lines of mensuration, stage 2, moderate changes with stationary and dynamic motion x-rays. This is just a very, very good generalization of matching pain restrictions with abnormal lines of mensuration, bony changes, and disc changes. Very good generalization. Say stage 2, bony changes, moderate bony changes, including end plate sclerosis, bone spurs, and joint narrowing. Disc changes, moderate disc degeneration, and disc space narrowing. So that was stage 2. But you can see how we just itemized it out and categorized it and associated with it. That's spinal degeneration. This chart should also be in your narrative report. You should be familiar just when we talk about spinal degeneration, what are we essentially talking about? Disc degeneration, sclerosis, and osteophyte formation. That's what we're talking. And then, of course, it leads to a lot of pain and restrictions. So you can see pain, restrictions, bony changes, disc changes. And of course, we match that to what's the single most important thing in life, activities of daily living. This would be documented. So all of this is documented. We would have the mechanism of injury. We would have the subjective, hybrid, and objective findings. And then we would have and then we would have the activities of daily living, and we have the total explanation of why people have permanent injuries. Number 1, you have the evidence. Why do they have pain? That's the science of the 3 phases of healing. Why do they have pain in some movements but not others? Again, that's the science of the 3 phases of healing. Why is it permanent? Why do they have spinal degeneration, and what is it? And then why is it that they have pain or discomfort with activities of daily living? And again, that's based on the science of the 3 phases of healing. All of this is totally connected and can be easily explained to a jury. And you have all the evidence from mechanism of injury to subject, hybrid, objective evidence.